Hey guys, it's Big Phil back here again. What's up, YouTube? So I just wanted to make this real quick because I know we have another episode of Fridays with Phil coming up, and we're talking about another topic with that. But I just kind of wanted to go over real quick the fact that I know because I'm rehashing these things, and I have a if you will, a database of info that I'm pulling these things from because I've already written all this stuff and we're going back through it for now because it's stuff that I think is important and that you guys need to know. And then I just want to put out there for your benefit, and so that's why I'm doing this right now. I mean, once we get through all that, then I'll post new stuff as I come up with it and create it and whatever. And if I write it first or if I just make a video out of it, I don't know. But I wanted to say at this point in the juncture that um, we've kind of hit the point where I gave you guys the, if you will, the intro stuff, right? Okay, so the stuff that is kind of easy to handle and easy to follow and simple on a certain level. It's complex at some level if you get deep enough into it and really think about it. But in general, basically, it's pretty simple, straightforward for you guys, and that's kind of on purpose because I want to get you guys, oriented with who I am and some of the things that I do and all that before we jump into the other sides of me, if you will. There's a very, I'll say there's a very large difference normally between what people see, just outwardly from me as a person and kind of the other aspects that I don't always push out there because sometimes they're controversial. I can't speak today. So sometimes not everybody agrees with this stuff. Sometimes it's just complicated for me to spit out. You may see some of that. Some of these things that I'm planning on talking about and want to talk about because, basically I already put it out there once on the blog. I may as well put it out there again, right? Because it's already on the internet once. So it's not like it's going to hurt it too much to be on there again because it's the same stuff. It's just in a form that's easier to be accessed by you guys and whoever else wants to watch it, which is fine. My point being, some of these things are, probably going to be a bit more difficult for me to get through in one sitting, or just in a flow, if you will. So, if you notice some of that, just bear with me, uh, because I'm working back through these things kind of in a retroactive way while you're getting them fresh. But all of this to say, there are other sides to me that people don't see, and I know that some of you will be saying, "Oh, hey, well, I know Phil, and he's, I may put out a video, and you guys will be like, well, wait a minute, he's not like this, normally, or I've never heard him say that, or I didn't think he thought those sorts of things, or that he had that opinion, or whatever the case is. You may not think it's me, or you may think that I'm in some way not being genuine, or that I'm making it up, or fabricating it to make it sound better or grander, or something like that, right? um, and I just want you to know straight up front, before we get into any of that directly, and we will, but before we get into any of that directly, that none of this stuff is made up or inflated in any way just to get you guys to watch it. I'm not, look, I'm not here for the views and the admiration. I'm not here for attention and all that. I'm just here to provide you with a different perspective and, in some cases, a different set of opinions that sometimes goes against what I would call the social norm of opinion on various different things. Just because I have to see things differently because I'm in a different situation than most people find themselves in. So my train of thought is different on these various different topics um, than what I have found most people tend to think. So with that said, um, if you see something that is not classic Phil or something that doesn't click in with the rest of the videos, if you don't know me but you notice something in one video that kind of seems out of character for me, as my own character, it's not that I'm just creating that for the sake of the video. It's that's something that I deal with, or that I've been through, or that I've thought about, etc. But it just hasn't been pushed out there, into the limelight, if you will, before that point. So again, all of this stuff is coming straight from me. I'm not, in most cases, I'm not pulling it from other people. I'm not. I mean, I may have a quote or something that I've heard from a movie or a book or a song or whatever, but that happens with everybody. So there may be small little things like that, but the ideas and things, I'm not just going to some philosopher or modern thinker or whatever and just copying their words and spitting it out to you guys and saying, here, this is the way you should be. No, this is all coming from me, my train of thought, the way that I think about things and analyze it, and whether it's things or people or events or places or whatever, it's all really coming from me. I'm not making it up in any way, and I just wanted to stick that out there and let you guys know. If you have questions, comments, concerns as we go through this next section and we kind of get away from the shallow end of things, that's why the comments are there. That's why my email address is there. Um, in some cases, Twitter is not really good for asking me questions necessarily because you can only write so many freaking characters, right? So if you run out of characters, send me an email. You can send as long of an email as you want. I don't care. I'll read the whole thing. I'll reply back to you. Um, you know, or just comment here. I don't think there's a limit on that that I've found, because I've seen some pretty long comments here on YouTube. So, yeah, anyways, comment, email me, whatever, if you have questions or want to know why I think a certain way, or just want to know more, and we'll go through that, and I'll give you the info as best I can on that to help you understand. Because again, I'm here so that you guys can grow while I grow by sharing what I have been through and what I continue to go through. Because this is not, something that just stops when we get to the end of the blog content. It'll keep going, but I don't know in what direction yet, because we're not there yet. This is going to take a while to get through, but we'll make it through one way or another. So anyways, tomorrow is Fridays with Phil again, and we're talking about how did I get here, because I know lots of people have had that question just over time. And then the other bit of the question is, would I change it? I've had that question a few times, not a ton, but I have had that question. Would I change it? Would I alter it? So I will go through all that and give you guys that to enjoy. But yeah, that's all coming tomorrow. So I'll see you guys again tomorrow for Fridays with Phil. Don't miss it. Comment, like, subscribe, send me an email, whatever. Rant, rave, do whatever you need to do. But yep, I'll be here. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.